Well, hello, and welcome to I Blame Myself. This episode is not going to be as jovial as the other ones. Unfortunately, we have to have a honest discussion. We managed to lose yet another rapper, another MC on Halloween. It's now the second. I wanted to give it some time to kind of flesh itself out before I jumped in and kind of gave my 2 cents on it. I've been hearing a lot of commentators doing their best to say these lines. Rapper Takeoff from the group Migos has passed away. He was shot and killed outside of a bowling alley on Halloween night, the morning of the 1st, really. And at first it was thought to be behind a dice game. Someone there at the location kind of let us know that it wasn't about that. It was actually just kind of verbal sparring that got out of hand. And that's extremely unfortunate because he was not involved in the altercation or the verbal sparring. By all accounts, he was to himself the entire evening, and by all accounts, that's how he tended to conduct himself. He was not one of the rah-rah guys. And this is extremely unfortunate because it's just another in a long trend that we have not been able to purge from our culture. Just recently, we've lost PNB Rock. Pop Smoke died recently. We're still reeling over Nipsey's death. And for those in the South, they might not even bring this up on most channels, but Young Dolph passed, and they just kind of act like that didn't happen. And that was big for the people I know and the guys in my circle. We're big fans of Young Dolph, so that one hit hard. And it's not just, excuse me, it's not just that rappers are dying, they're also getting arrested. They're getting arrested. Young Thug and Gunna just got arrested. Sue Surf in New Jersey just got arrested. We just got Bobby Shmurda back and they took Pooh Shiesty. We really have to address what's truly going on with our culture in this rap world. I don't want to include hip hop because I'm a child of hip hop. Much like Chris Rock, I'm a child of hip hop. I grew up with it. I grew up with aggressive hip hop and not so aggressive hip hop. I remember, listening to DMX and then shifting right over to De La Soul. In my time during high school, possibly the greatest Pan-African rap group came out, Dead Presidents. It's bigger than hip hop. I'm not sure if people even remember that song. But it's also not only that, we're also losing rappers to drugs. So what I'm trying to say is we have got to come together and have a discussion about this. I've been hearing a lot of discussion about that, guys like Charleston White, he kind of goes at it in a very hard, negative way where he hates rappers. He thinks that everything they've done and said, like, they have no redeeming qualities. And I don't agree with that because I've seen it for myself. I've witnessed rappers and hip hop artists doing great things. But unfortunately, the new iteration has really kind of taken me out of it. This is not an easy topic to talk about, but I feel that we have to do something about that in our culture. We have to stop looking at excuses, stop blaming others. There's been a lot of talk about the Hebrew Israelites and the Jewish community and the clashes that the black community's been having recently with the Jewish community. And I think we all need to take a step back and just talk, not necessarily over the airwaves like this, but more conversations behind closed doors, you know. Uh, Even though I'm making this public, I'm doing a call to arms. We have to start protecting our talent and our young stars, because there's no telling what they can turn into. You know, you can go from one thing one day, have a change of heart, and be an entirely different thing the next. And I just want people to stay around long enough in order to do that. And I really feel like this is something that I've been called to kind of bring to you guys, and I don't want to fail in that message. So, what do I think is the solution? Well, like I said, I don't really have the solutions. We definitely need to have a sit down and a discussion, figure out how can we get back to a time where there was more balance in the music, where there was the aggressive stuff, you know, just to kind of get the aggression out, go to the club, have a good time. But there was also the introspective music that kind of gave us a understanding of where we were as a culture and as a people, and some of the things we can do to rise up out of that. And then there was also the literally just happy-go-lucky, good time music. I mean, we made a lot of fun of the MC Hammers and the PM Dawns of the world, but they also made good music. And it wasn't negative. It just kind of came from a happier place. I feel like we should be able to do that again. So I'm really hoping that we can just bring balance back to our industry and to hip hop world, and really tamper down some of this stuff. I mean, with everything that went on with the O Block guys in Chicago, and with the with the guys in Jacksonville, Florida, and other pockets. I mean, St. Louis. We've had some areas that really really could use some work. And I mean, if not, you know my ruling, man. I'm gonna blame myself. Thank you.